we have to be prepared for the long haul, because we are so caught up with instant gratification that sometimes even in the exercise of leadership we forget that there is process and event, and that things don't happen overnight. And we can't afford to lose hope, become impatient. We have to stick it out. And this, Madam Speaker, leads me to say, on the policy side, since the issue of the Criminal Justice Administration Act was mentioned, and in particular the guilty plea, part of the cry for solution in the society is for heavier sentencing. When I sat in the other house, I pointed out that it doesn't matter how heavy the sentences are. A sentence only comes after conviction, whether by way of a guilty plea or on a finding of guilt. So when we cry out for guilty sentence, for heavy sentence, we have to understand that unless we can detect the crime, unless we can investigate it, gather the evidence and preserve it with integrity, find the perpetrator, and mount a successful prosecution, we're not going to get the heavy sentence, even if it is the ultimate sentence of the death penalty. And I think that point is so lost on society, because so many people do their wrongs, not because they do not know that their acts are wrong, but because they feel that they can do those wrongs and get away with them. And so I'm pleased that this administration, led by Prime Minister Holness, has been focusing on getting the security forces better equipped, and under the leadership of the Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of National Security. And I hear the celebrations in the public square when the perpetrators are apprehended in the heat of the moment. So we are making some strides, Madam Speaker. But I mentioned the sentencing issue because I recall when the 2015 amendments were being taken, I was singular in my dissent. I thought then, and I still think now, that the policy was wrong, as much as I understood the goals that they were seeking to achieve. But where someone pleads guilty, the law tells you that the Crown is relieved of responsibility to prove guilt. And I thought then, because of my over a decade experience in the court at both bench and bar, having seen what I saw, that you cannot use sentencing as a tool to clear the backlog in the courts. Wrong. And you know, Madam Speaker, it was just brought to my attention the report of my lone stance in the Senate, because I was the only one who voted against the amendment. Madam Speaker, I won't be much longer because I know time is of the essence. But I really want to say, Madam Speaker, like others who have spoken, that the Parliament must pass laws, good laws, for peace, order and good government, as Section 48 of the Constitution says. And the executive, led by the Prime Minister, is responsible to the Parliament for the policies of the Cabinet being the chief instrument of policy. But you know, Madam Speaker, here is where I take a different view from many people. The work that needs to be done is not confined to the executive, the legislative and the judicial branches of government. Each must do its part, rightly so. And when the public calls on us to do our part, it is a proper call. However, Madam Speaker, if the behavior of someone causes a problem, I verily believe that a change in behavior will be part of the solution. And it is not for us to then step in and relieve the criminal of his responsibility, or the household that creates the criminal. So, 3 things I want to say, since I know Madam Minister indicated that we're looking for solution. 1, and I'm speaking to my colleagues, probably we have to bust up the education system and revolutionize the curriculum, because the formal education system must address the problems in the society, and the behavioral problems are not being addressed in the curriculum sufficiently. So that's 1. Secondly, Madam Speaker, we have to stop tippy-toeing around the family unit. I think perhaps it's because Jamaica, like other societies, is so polyamorous that we really are afraid to take bold stands. But, Madam Speaker, too much iniquity and horror and brutality happening behind the closed doors of family units. And lastly, Madam Speaker, you know, when you run a seat, you come in contact with just about everybody because you're looking votes. Here is what I say. You see, we're in a special place to say to them, whether you vote for us or not, we don't condone wrongdoing. So my last plea is for all of us politicians to go out into the nooks and crannies of our constituency and say to those who we know are part of the criminal element in this country that enough is enough, and we will not condone it for the vote. We will not turn a blind eye to it for the vote, and if need be, turn them in. May it so please you, Madam Speaker.